All right, guys. So today's topic is overcoming adversity. And I'm going to give you what I believe is one of the best tips when it comes to overcoming adversity. The biggest thing is you have to choose not to become the victim. And I'll explain. So we hear it all the time. I was a rape victim. I was a victim of a drunk driver. I was a victim of cancer. Now, the problem with becoming a victim is that's essentially where your story ends. Like you're going down a dead end road. You want people to feel sorry for you. And the problem with that is that gives you no room for growth. It gives you no room to learn and grow from this and overcome this huge tragedy and adversity that just happened to you, really a lot of times for no good reason. Now the thing is, you always want people to have compassion. You want people to have empathy and try to understand what you're going through, but you never want people to feel sorry for you. I feel like a lot of the people that I talk to that have overcome some huge adversity is they don't want them, other people to feel sorry, because they choose not to be a victim. Now, I'll give you an example. For a lot of you that don't know, I suffered from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, for 10 years, a decade. Then it got worse, and it was colitis, ulcerative colitis, where you get ulcers in your colon. And long story short is they tried every medication available, and I got my colon removed New Year's a couple years ago. So what happened was I had lost a tremendous amount of weight in a very short period of time, 50 pounds in 2 weeks in the hospital. The surgeon and the doctor team, they said this is literally one of the most major surgeries a person can undergo in their lifetime. Okay? Now, I never wanted people to feel sorry for me, not once. I wanted people to have empathy and compassion and try to understand what I was going through at the time. Now, I'll dive a little bit deeper. What happens is your colon, it gives the food through the digestion process. It gives it time to basically neutralize some of the bile acid. And the acid is, of course, produced to break down the food, right? So what happens is when you remove your entire colon, I had my entire colon and rectum removed. What happens is the transit time speeds up tremendously. So literally, it goes right through you, literally. Now what happens is because the bile acid is so high and very present, there's no protection from the colon since it's gone. Every time I go to the bathroom, it's literally like going acid because the colon is removed, because I don't have a rectum anymore. So, along with that, I can't season my food with anything except for salt. And, it can be troublesome to put down a lot of clean food when you're trying to build muscle. And the only thing you can use is salt. When I get risky and I get adventurous and I use other things, I try a little bit of sauce here and there. I go to restaurants. A lot of times people, my friends, close family that have spent, multiple hours with me or traveled with me, you see the repercussions is I'm in the bathroom basically the rest of the day. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit insight of what I go through. But the last thing I want anyone to do is feel sorry, because, then I could never grow as a person. And here's the thing. So many life-changing, incredible things have happened because of the things that I've gone through, because of having my colon removed. I was kind of sure of it before, but nothing was more clear to me than my purpose in life was basically to help people, help motivate people to overcome and crush their own limits. That's my purpose in life. That's what I do, Okay. Now, I will give you an example. I'm gonna tell you the difference between someone that chooses to be a victim and someone that's a warrior. Okay. So, the victim is going to say, listen, I was a victim. I got hit by a drunk driver and now I'm handicapped and now I'm going to collect disability. And essentially, I mean, that's where the story ends. There's no room to accept what happened. There's no room to grow, learn, and overcome that. Okay. Now, someone with a warrior champion mentality, they're going to say, listen, this happened to me. Okay. I was hit by a drunk driver. I am now handicapped. However, it's not going to stop me from doing the things that I love and enjoy. It's not going to stop me. Someone with that type of mentality is going to, or has the potential to create their own business and make it into a multi-million-dollar business, because that's what warriors do. That's the difference. Now, to dive a little bit deeper, there are so many things that can happen to you, in a lifetime that are not fair, that don't make any sense at all, right? And there are even things, very tragic things that happen to us, or people we know, that it's almost impossible to find any positivity from those events that occurred to us, that we know that person did not deserve, right? And at that point, you have a choice to be a victim, or you can choose to pick up the pen and write the next chapter.